Hey everybody, I wanted to talk about self-doubt. Like, even in art or in any field, no matter what you do, self-doubt is really something that's very hard to deal with. And it's something that I've been dealing with recently. And it's something that can be applied to not just art, but anything in general. And finding the real inspiration to, push forward. Whether it's a mixture of self-doubt due to envy or feeling like your stuff is non-comparable to someone else, or just in general feeling like you're going to be second best, or while someone else is succeeding, you're failing, you're in static. And it's a very hard feeling, a very difficult feeling to deal with. And recently, it's even for me, who's been an artist and someone who's been doing this for a very long time, sometimes self-doubt is very difficult to deal with. And it could be happening not just for someone who's an artist, but it can be something that can be applied to just anything in general. Sometimes it can stem from just the feeling of feeling like your work isn't good enough. And sometimes it can also stem from the success of somebody else that's probably just working just as hard as you are, but somehow they have an edge that you didn't account for. And it's a very natural feeling, and I don't try to discourage or be mad at somebody for succeeding, but it's a very human trait that is very difficult to deal with. And it's natural. Completely natural. It kind of sucks. No matter how you look at it, the feeling of self-doubt, but also envy, or just feeling like you're a failure is a very hard feeling, a very difficult feeling. Even if you're lacking in time to do what you want to do, or you feel like your work is just unappreciated, like you just aren't succeeding the way you would want to, the way you feel like you could, but you just aren't. And no matter how hard you try, it just feels like you just can't do it. And it's a very difficult feeling. And to those people that are dealing with it, not just in an art form, but in a sense of just feeling like no matter how hard you try, you're failing. And that is a natural feeling. And my advice on how to deal with it is very simple, and it's extremely hard. The first thing is understand that most of the people, when you have a very jealous feeling or an envy feeling, they've probably worked just as hard to get where you are on their own as well. Now, know that they aren't better than you and you aren't better than them. And pride is a very difficult pill to swallow. And fear is a completely massive pill to swallow. The fear of feeling like you're not going to get anywhere is so hard. But the second advice I can give you is find some people around you to help you grow, build up, and take advice. Take what little you can, whether it's for art or just finding the time to push yourself and do stuff that's different and find that inspiration. Whether it's from books, media, games, find ways to do anything you want, not just in art pieces, but in anything in general. Anytime I look down and feel like I'm not going to get anywhere, I find the inspiration to draw and paint every day. Even no matter how hard I try, I always try to branch out and do something different. Whether it's digital, whether it's regular, whether it's in pencil or paint. This advice doesn't just apply to any artist, but, no matter what field you are in, especially if you're in college or just in general, that feeling of self-doubt that you're not going to succeed is very difficult. And finding that push to push yourself in a way that's hard, like all those noises, whether it's your fear, whether it's your anxiety, whether it's your depression, all those voices telling you can't do it. If you would gonna do it, you would have done it by now. And all that stuff just pushes you to that final moment where you finally snap. No matter how much art supplies you have, you finally just snap and just try to do it for yourself. And that's another thing. Finding the drive to not do it to, one up people, but to do it for yourself. Find the drive to basically push yourself in this way that is healthy. Because there's plenty of unhealthy ways of dealing with self-doubt. And we all know what they are. But finding people that can help boost you, not piggyback off them and their success, but boost you up and kind of realize we're all in this together. No matter, you're an artist or something, everybody's started from somewhere, and finding the drive to push yourself to do new things and find ways to do more is always difficult, but always worth it in the very end. And that's the thing. No matter how much you do, how much you work on, some people will obviously love it. And you have to find out for yourself how much you really want to do. Push yourself, try different styles and other things. But also, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. You can grow on your own terms. Feeling like you're going to fail is natural. Feeling like you're a fraud, feeling like, anything. It's a natural thing of not just from artists, but just anything in general. That feeling is very difficult. But finding the best ways to deal with it are ones that really can be helpful. I know that some of this video is probably difficult to understand, and some parts of it are completely complicated. But, whether it's YouTube, whether it's in a career, whether it's college, whether it's anything in general, self-doubt is a natural and reoccurring thing that everyone has to deal with. I'm in my 20s, and I'm an artist, and occasionally, even especially with YouTube, that feeling comes back every 25 days, or every day, I should say. Just the feeling of failure, and that's regularly normal. But finding ways to deal with it is the most important thing. Whether you're an artist or whether you're just trying to make a niche pen and just prove yourself, that's the thing. Proving that you can do it all by yourself, or just proving that you're worth it, can be key. But it's letting go of the pride and saying, hey, even if my work isn't comparable to yours, I know I can just as much do it. And finding styles, finding ways to do things that are different, no matter what they are, is important. Hopefully, you guys can understand that not only is it natural, but there's multiple ways of dealing with it. And hopefully, to any artists out there that are kind of struggling with self-doubt, struggling with finding their own niche pen, hopefully this video was kind of helpful in its own way. I'll have different videos and streams up later on, but thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, all that jazz really helps me out and helps me grow. And keep in mind what I said. And thank you all for watching. Peace out. And bye-bye.